This is A-Game, fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, what we're talking about today is Black women saying marriage is a scam. And it's not even just Black women, but I got a video to share with you. And then we're going to talk about why they're saying what they're saying. I may share a second video as well, just so you can hear another lady talk about it also. But let's just go ahead into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. And here we go. Oh, by the way, it's a little profanity. It's a lot of profanity. So if you don't want to hear it, you can turn it down. Or if you have some young people, you don't want to hear them to hear that, you can turn that down as well. But there is some profanity in this clip.
It's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
Ooh, I got one. Marriage. Marriage is a big ass scam. It doesn't benefit the woman at all. All we do is take on more work and take on additional children, including the ones we birth and the one we married to. In addition to that, they expect us to do all of the housework, all of the children rearing, everything that they felt like their grandmothers and their mothers were doing or did do. And I gotta go to work. And I gotta pay bills. And I gotta do all kinds of other shit for his ass. No, marriage is the biggest fucking scam that's ever been pulled on a female. I tell all of y'all, stay the fuck away from that shit.
Okay. Let me come back to y'all. Let me stop sharing. You know what? I think I got time to share one more. I believe I do. Let me see if I can share one more.
I totally get it, really.
I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna actually share it with you guys. So let me come back. Let me share. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna share this too. Here we go.
I know a lot of men out there that would love to be married again. Like they would do it in a heartbeat. And I totally get it, really. I would love to have a wife. I mean, I know what I did as a wife, and let me tell you, it would be nice. I'm just imagining, I mean, if I had a wife, I'd come home and dinner would be cooked and all the errands would be ran and the kids would be taken care of and the house would be, clean. I mean, I wouldn't say anything if it wasn't, but eventually it does get clean by her. She would also take care of my womanly needs. And don't worry, I would come home, take out the trash once in a while, hire someone to mow the lawn. I'd play with the kids, make sure I had a bond with them. But I'd also have plenty of time to go hang with my friends, go for a night out, cocktails. And if I wanted to have my friends over for bongo night or something, I mean, I would have her make like her special dishes that she's really good at, that all my friends really like. And then she'd make sure the house was clean. And I also would, make sure that she'd have the kids all in bed. And if we ever got in a pinch where we needed an extra amount of income, she could do that too, while also taking care of all those other things. So yeah, I totally get it. I mean, who wouldn't want a wife? I just don't want to be one ever again. That's not going to happen.
Okay. So let me come back. Let me stop sharing. Now you heard that drivel from both a black one and a white one about both older women, by the way, about how marriage is so bad for women and it's so horrible. If you bothered to look at the comment section for the second one, some of them were like, oh, that's why widowers marry so fast, while widows take a long time to remarry. That's not why. Speaking as a widow, that's not why. I wasn't taking, I don't take a long time to get married again because I don't want to be married or because I thought my wifely experience was bad. If when you are a good wife and you get widowed, it just takes a long time to heal from that. And it takes a while to sort of unlearn that man and unlearn like his vision and undo and it's a lot of unlearning to do, actually. Rather than learning before you can get to another man, like you got to unlearn a lot of stuff because different men have different responses and different ways that they move about the world. So when you are a widow and you've been in the under a man's mission for, years, and then that man dies, you're no longer under his mission. Another man comes on with another mission. You have to take time between those two relationships to adapt to not being responsible for supporting that man's mission anymore because he's not here. And then the unlearning, the offloading that you got to do so that when another man comes along with a mission, you can actually onboard it and you can sub to his mission, right? Men can get married faster because his 4Ps doesn't go anywhere. That's the difference between masculinity and femininity. Like when you have masculinity, right? Your provision, like when we take a look at the 4Ps, and they act like you don't get your 4Ps from your husband. They really was out here acting like you don't get that. When you get 4Ps from a man, or as a man gives his 4Ps, when you are a man, your provision is what it is. Now it can increase, it can decrease, whatever, what have you, but your provision is how it's going to be. Your problem solving, the way you think, the way you solve problems, that is what it is. Your protection is what it is. Your procreation is what it is. It is what it is. And procreation might be the only thing that you tailor make to the different women that you are with. That might be the only thing that gets a little tailor making because each woman, you know what I'm saying, like responds differently with affection or sex or anything like that. So that might be the only one that you tweak. But other than that, men's 4Ps are consistent. So it doesn't matter which woman, you can almost plug and play the woman. His 4Ps aren't really going to change too much. He's going to give them the way that he gives them. Whether he gives them to that woman, whatever. For women, our femininity doesn't work like that. Yes, we come with baseline femininity, but we, unlike men, we have to tailor everything to the man. So how he provides, we have to tailor how we receive that. How he problem solve, we have to tailor how we receive that. How he protects, we have to tailor how to receive that. How he procreates, we have to tailor how to receive that. And it's too much to go into right now because it gets a little bit away from our point. But I may hit this another time about the difference between rendering your femininity and a man rendering his masculinity in a relationship. It's different. He's not tailoring to her and molding to her and attempting to sub to her mission. We're doing that. So our femininity, this is why men have to teach his woman what he wants her to do. It's not teaching her how to be a woman per se. She knows how to do that. If you got a feminine woman, she knows how to do that. But what you're doing is you're teaching her your mission and how to support it, because that's going to be different if she had her husband before. He taught her how to support his mission. Your mission, his mission might not even be the same thing at all. So whatever she tailor-made to him may not work at all with you at all. Like it might actually make you angry. So she has to switch it off and come and get under your mission to deal with how you deal with the world and to support how you deal with the world. Now, let's move on to exactly why these women are saying marriage is a scam. Because women, here's the thing, women believe the Disney lie of marriage. Boom, there I said it. Women actually think that a marriage consists of them being swept off their feet every day, a man coming and loving on them every day. Every day is, fuzzy and fun and bright and wonderful. They believe the TV lie about how your life is supposed to be. The children are never supposed to make messes, and the husband's never supposed to be angry, and you live in this wonderful place and nothing's ever amiss and nothing. And most of all, the lie that the Disney stories tell you is that the women don't have anything to do. That the men are doing all of the work, the physical work and the emotional work in the relationship, and you as the woman are just there to receive that work, but you're not there to reciprocate any of it. And that's why these women, these hyenas are running around here talking about marriage is a scam and it don't benefit women. Like, stop acting like women do not get those 4 P's from her husband, especially if he's a good husband. He's giving her consistently those 4 P's. He was giving them to her before they got married, which is why she agreed to marry him in the first place. And he continues to do so. So these women are just lazy, is what they see. Is they're emotionally lazy. They mentally lazy. This is what it is. These women think that marriage was supposed to be them getting swept off their feet and taking places and just roaming around life with just stars in their eyes and love in their eyes with their husband. Like, that's not what that is. That is not what that is. He has work to do just like you have work to do. There is work to be done in the marriage. That is your work. That is your work. You don't expect him to complain about his work. What if he said, you know what, I don't like being a husband because, you got to work all these extra hours and you got to make all this extra money for all these extra mouths to feed. And you know what I'm saying? My wife is just another kid of mine because she's a mouth to feed. I got to buy her clothes. I got to buy her shoes. I got to feed her. I got to take care of her. Then I got to turn around. And after that, I got to coddle her emotions. Got to listen to her day. I got to deal with her feminine chaos. I got to deal with, all of this stuff and her girlfriends and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then now she want to argue and now I got to calm her down. Now she's crying. Now she's upset. Now she's, I got to have emotional availability. Like, I got to get, get in touch with, her emotional needs and blah, blah, blah. Like, what if I get tired of the 4 P's? I get tired of protecting her. I get tired of providing for her. I get tired of problem solving her because she always got these different problems. I get tired of procreating with her. Like, men have work in relationships to do. And it's this feminine mindset that got women thinking that men don't have work to do. And the thing that busts that lie out, ironically, is tea parties that go from female to male, thinking that living their life being perceived as a man makes their life easier. And more than a few of them I have heard come back and say, actually, my life got a lot harder because people think I'm a man. And I present myself as a man. And I live as a man. And I embody that manliness and that masculinity. My work hours is crazy. People expect me to do everything. People expect me to look after everybody. People expect me to hold it together all the time. People expect me to support them all the time. And I don't ever really get the support. Like, I have heard tea parties that went from being female to being male really complain about that. Like, legit complain. They be like, no, actually, life is not easier for men. It is not easier for men. I do not have an easier time. I actually have a harder time living as a man than I have ever had living as a woman. Men don't get excuses. They do not get excuses. If they slip up, if they don't do the right thing, if they do something wrong, they make more than a couple of mistakes, people are like, out of there. He out of there. He can lose marriage, house, cars, home, kids, everything because he lost his job or, whatever. It could even be something outside of his control. And women are legit running around here mad because they have a part to play in the marriage working and they have work. The children are your work. Stop acting like you don't get no help with them. If you married in the house, you do get help with them. Because you getting financial help if you ain't getting nothing else. It's not a Disney movie. Marriage is a work. You have to do some work. You got to do something other than lay up and try to get screwed every day. It's more to life. Anyway, speaking of things that women believe, they also believe they could be leaders. Patrice Cullors thought she could be a leader too of Black Lives Matter organization, but when she got in that position, what she did was she stole from the Black community. So the link to the petition against Black Lives Matter organization for that theft is actually in the description box below. So please sign, share, please contribute to that. Also sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.